Well, I brought notes this time. I normally don't bring notes because I kind of just wing it. But there was so much that happened over this past week. I don't want to miss out on anything. But what a fantastic championships. You know, we trained so hard all year and kind of built up this meet as being our pinnacle, and it really was just that. It was from the start of the meet all the way to the very end. It was with a lot of highs, a couple of lows, but really came out and did exactly what the team had trained for, what they had prepared for, and set the bar really, really high for seasons to come, because this was is as much success as we had last year. This one was a lot more successful for us. Starting with just kind of the highlights. We had 8 individual UNI school records, including plus 5 UNI relay records. So 13 school records fell. Along with that, 2 of those relay records were MVC records. And of the 8 individual records, try to think how many we had. Several. I want to say 5 individual MVC records as well. Katie Taylor picked up, technically she picked up 3. One of them got broken in the finals. And then also Crystal Florman picked up the 100 butterfly record. And it was just a phenomenal event. I'll kind of go through as the meet started. So we started off with the 200 medley relay and the 800 free relay. We finished second in the 200 medley relay, breaking our school record by a lot, over a second and a half. But the highlight of that was not necessarily the A relay, but it was the B relay that doesn't count, this exhibition. Would have finished 3rd overall. We finished 2nd, and our B relay would have finished 3rd. So it showed that we were ready to go from top to bottom. We were ready to go. And then we turned around the 800 free relay, and really it was a fantastic event for us. In the B relay, Crystal Florman led off the B relay in the exhibition, breaks the school record in the 200 freestyle. Turns around, we led Katie Taylor off in the A relay. She breaks the school record in that. And so we're happy. Two school records broken in that. Not only that, is the A relay dropped 5 seconds off the school record. So we felt really good going in, finishing up day 1 with a 2nd and a 3rd place. But that 3rd place, we were right in there for a title on that one, and a relay which I think that we in the past haven't been very competitive in. We were even 3rd place last year, but we're a little ways back. But to be able to be competitive with the rest of the conference was great. So we had a lot of momentum carrying into day 2, where we start off with the 500 freestyles, do very, very well. And one of the weirdest things in my coaching career happened. We had 2 girls tied for 8th from our team. And so 2 freshmen, Jordan McCullough and Kylie Angstrom, had tied for 8th place. Well, normally in the case where you're tied for that, who's going to swim in finals, you have a swim off. Well, I'm not going to have them do another 500 and then turn around and do, both of them have to swim a 3rd one at night. So we kind of did some analytics, trying to figure out who was going to be, who had performed the best at night in the past. So we kind of got an idea, and so went over and I was talking to the girls, and ironically enough, Jordan McCullough's sister was also, who goes to Missouri State, was also in the finals. So Kylie just stepped up and said, you go beat your sister. And so she took the 9th place, very unselfish thing, goes and wins the console event that night. Her finals time would have finished 5th. Jordan goes in there, drops time, beats her sister, and gets 7th. So everybody was happy at that point, content. So that started off really, again, the 500 freestyle was a great start for us. Not only that is Katie Taylor, who's had a phenomenal year, swims the 200 IM, and just really blows away the competition in the morning, breaking the Missouri Valley record, the school record, achieving an NCAA B cut. At night, swims even faster, but Lauren Pavel from Missouri State had a great swim and just beat her out in that. So she gets her first time on the podium with the 2nd place, and just then we go on to the 50 freestyle, where Molly Lembazeder breaks 22 or 23 seconds for the first time in the morning, and does it again at night. also breaking her own school record, winning the event for the second straight year. Crystal Florman ties for 5th. Very well believed she could have got second, had kind of a bad breakout, but again, really good performances. And then we finished that evening with a fantastic 200 freestyle relay, where we go and break the MVC record in our 200 freestyle relay. Again, finished the night very, very well. And there was a little tragedy that happened during that relay. The girls were celebrating so much that one of our girls was, while celebrating, injures her knee and cannot swim for the rest of the meet. One of those things, just a fluke injury, just was jumping up and down and twisted her ankle, which ended up having a knee injury that took her out for the rest of the way. But the team rallied. The team rallied, and in her events the next day, starting with 400 IM, come out smoking. Katie breaks the MVC record in the morning and achieves an NCAB cut, seeded first. So kind of flashback of what's going to happen at night. Here she's seeded first, come back at night. She beats them by even more, drops more time, and just kind of obliterates that MVC record twice. Then we went on to the 200 freestyle, where our team just continues to do very well. We showed our depth. The girls stepped up, and we had 2 in the top 8. And Molly comes up to me, and she's seated 4th and going into finals. Comes to me, she goes, "How do you swim? How should I swim it? Should I swim it the way you want me to?" And I said, "You just swim it. You're a junior. You know how to do this, and you're a sprinter. Just go out and be you." Went out and just took it out. Was just crushing everybody the entire time. Ends up finishing 2nd overall. For the first time, breaking 1 minute 50 seconds, breaking the school record that was just previously broken twice the night before. And so again, we're just rolling. And then the 100 butterfly in the morning, and I wasn't really, we were watching all this, but I'm not really paying attention. But we just watched Crystal go out and she's nowhere near anybody. She's just going faster and faster. Touches, breaks her own personal record by 2 seconds, breaks the MVC record by 2 seconds, and goes on and defends her top seed at night to win a championship there, as well as achieving an NCAB cut. And that's kind of the trend for the whole meet. I'm kind of going on, give you and could talk forever, but in every event that we had, from our backstrokers, breaststrokers, butterflyers, sprint freestyle to distance, they continued to do better and better as we went. And throughout this, we're only 2 points behind after day 2, 2 points behind Southern Illinois for 2nd place. And we just kind of hovered around there. Diving continued to, they had their first event on day 2, where we had a top 3 finish. Hannah Brummel finishes 3rd on the 1 meter diving, something that our previous divers have longed and struggled to do, kind of out of nowhere. We get 2 in top 8, and she gets top 3. Of the 6 diving events and diving scores we had, 5 of the 6 were in top 8. And so Lori's done a fantastic job with them, and I want to give them all the credit for continuing their success throughout the year, and for having their best meet be the last one is where we went. Then the next day, we have the final day of the meet. Crystal and Molly goes under 50 seconds for the first time, going 49.88. Crystal and Molly are seeded 1-2. That's also the finish that they finished last year at the MVC Championships, and then they do it again that evening, getting 1st and 2nd. Also that night, Katie Taylor is seeded 2nd, going into the 200 backstroke, goes and really swims an incredible swim, dropping quite a bit of time, and as well as breaking the MVC record and winning that title. So a lot of really good swims in Afton Fife, finishing 2nd with the time that she finished faster than the time she finished 3rd in last year. So not only did we have come in, the meet was so much faster as we kind of predicted it would be, but we still have the talent and the depth to go ahead and continue to place very, very well. So overall, so then the meet ends with the highlight of us breaking our own MVC record and defending our title in the 400 free relay, and what a better couldn't ask for a better way to end that meet and really put our stamp on that we are a team that starts slow, I guess, in the year, but always performs best when it was in front of our hometown. They were a home crowd, and the crowds were great. And by far, the best MVC championship, not just in performance, but in the way it was run. And I have to give a special thanks to Brooke Crozier-Sidebotham and Christina Roybal for taking the chance of getting it to Iowa for our championship. They ran the classiest meet, from sports information to media and everything. There's nothing but compliments. We have an incredibly professional and a staff that was dedicated to making this a great experience for our athletes. And there wasn't one comment that I heard from any of the athletes or any of the other coaches that they couldn't have done it any better. So we've set the bar pretty high for future championships. And just again, my deepest thank you for our wonderful staff that really stepped up and made this the pinnacle event for us. And so we'd love to say that we're going to keep going with our 6 NCAA cuts. We hope that we get some of those onto the NCAA championships. We're in a waiting game, and so we'll let you know if that comes true. Overall, at the meet, of the 85 swims that we had, 80 of them were season best times. So that's a 94% record. I'll take that any time if you want to. And so I will call this year a very resounding success, and definitely keeps moving us in the right direction. Any questions?
How close do you think you have the program to capturing